What I wish I knew at 60 instead of 30, sometimes the most important truths about the world don't come from what's said, but from what's left unsaid. As we grow older, we realize that the relationships between the powerful are rarely as simple as they appear on the surface. Behind every handshake, every photograph, and every headline there are layers of history, ambition, and sometimes secrets that only come to light years later. The truth about powerful friendships is that they often shape the course of history in ways the public rarely sees. These alliances can open doors, influence decisions, and sometimes shield those involved from scrutiny. When politicians and business leaders mingle at exclusive events, it's not just about socializing, it's about forging connections that can impact everything from policy to public perception. The headlines that shape our world are often just the tip of the iceberg. For every story that makes the front page, there are countless others that remain hidden, waiting for the right moment or the right investigation to bring them to light. The media plays a crucial role in uncovering these stories, but even journalists face obstacles when powerful interests are at stake. That's why transparency matters now more than ever. In an era of misinformation and deepening mistrust, the public's right to know the truth is essential for a healthy democracy. When the powerful are held accountable, it sends a message that no one is above the law and that the truth will eventually come out, no matter how long it takes. Recently, CNN's K-File has uncovered never-before-seen photos and video of Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein together at social events in the 1990s and 2000s. These images, buried for decades in private collections and archives, offer a rare glimpse into the social circles of the rich and powerful, during a time when both men were fixtures in New York's elite scene. Among the newly surfaced material are images from Trump's lavish 1993 wedding, an event attended by celebrities, business moguls, and socialites. The footage shows Epstein mingling with guests, a reminder of how interconnected these worlds once were. Other photos capture parties hosted by Victoria's Secret, where the guest list read like a who's who of the era's most influential figures. These gatherings were more than just glamorous affairs. They were networking hubs where deals were made and alliances were formed. And then there's the Mar-a-Lago fundraiser, attended by Ghislaine Maxwell and Prince Andrew, both of whom would later become central figures in the Epstein scandal. These events, once seen as routine, now take on new significance in light of what we know today. The release of these images has reignited public scrutiny of Trump's past ties to Epstein, sparking heated debates across newsrooms, social media, and dinner tables alike. People are asking tough questions. What did Trump know? How close was their relationship? And what does this mean for our understanding of the past? When pressed for comment, Trump dismissed the coverage, labeling CNN as fake news, and insisting that the media is simply rehashing old stories for political gain. His response has only fueled further speculation, with critics arguing that transparency is needed now more than ever. Trump's communications team maintains that the photos are being taken out of context, emphasizing that these were widely attended events where many people were photographed together. They argue that being in the same room as someone does not imply a close relationship or shared wrongdoing. They also point out that Trump later banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, a move that, according to them, demonstrates a clear break from Epstein and his activities. The timeline and reasons for this ban remain a subject of debate among journalists and investigators. Meanwhile, in a significant legal development, federal judges have ordered the Justice Department to review and possibly unseal grand jury transcripts from the Epstein and Maxwell cases, citing special circumstances that could warrant greater public access to these documents. This move could shed new light on the extent of Epstein's network and the individuals who may have been involved. The deadline for legal teams to respond to this order is August 5th, setting the stage for a potentially explosive release of information. Legal experts say that unsealing these transcripts could answer long-standing questions, but also raise new ones about who knew what and when. It's important to note that as of now, no law enforcement authorities have accused Donald Trump of any wrongdoing related to Epstein. The investigations have focused on Epstein, Maxwell, and others, but Trump's name has not appeared in any criminal charges. Still, as these revelations continue to unfold, the debate over transparency and accountability at the highest levels of power rages on. Some argue that the public deserves to know every detail, while others warn against guilt by association and the dangers of speculation without evidence. So what's your take? Do these new revelations change your perspective? Or do you think the media is overreaching? Leave a comment below, subscribe for updates, and stay tuned as we continue to bring you the facts, the context, and the questions that matter most. The story is far from over, and your voice is an important part of the conversation.